Hi everybody, it's Fiona. Let's turn my phone off. Right, that on silent. Let's go find my video. I'm going to open the paper pumpkin this week. So I'm Fiona Fernandez in Pyrmont. Here's my details. And I'm just going to focus on this tonight because it's the 8th of April, and to subscribe to this and get the April box, which is this one, you need to subscribe by the 10th of April. And then each month you can do it as an ongoing subscription, and you can just get one if you want to, or you can get more. You can start the subscription. I'll show you the sheet in a minute. Or you can stop it if you want to stop it and miss a month. It's up to you. So on the website, it's got all the details, and I'll pop the link when I'm finished into my comments if you want to subscribe with me. And so you can do pay as you go. So that's what I've done. And it's $48 per kit each month. You can earn up to $3.90 in Stampin' rewards. So that's really good too. So after 3 months, you'll get 3 lots of that to spend in your shop, which is fantastic. Yes, there's all different options. Basically, every kit includes, all the new kits include the project you can take anywhere, an exclusive new stamp set, a fun step-by-step crafting experience, and they do seasonal cards and gifts as well. So, yeah, we don't see what's in them each time until we get them. So this is special because it's only just started here in Australia, and we got them at On Stage. Those of us that went to On Stage, they gave us one. So it was very nice. And I've opened the lid, but I haven't opened the packet yet. And I plan to open them with everybody when they join my subscription. We'll do a live Zoom together. We'll open our kits and do some crafting together once a month. So I will set the date for that once I know when my first kit arrives. Get a bit of an idea for the timing for that. But it'll be towards the end of the month because the subscription closes on the 10th, like up to the 10th. Then we all should get them in about the next week or so, I think. Yeah, so anyway, these are the 3 little sneak peeks for April, May and June. And they've got a set here that you can add on. So you can buy that in the shop once you've subscribed. You'll get this in your little shop. You can pop it in your shopping cart. So I've got one coming in the mail. I'm waiting for my big box. So I'll show you when I get that. But you can use this with all of them, all 3 of these. So that's really good. I like that idea. All right, so that's all about it. Right, I better find my video and hope that my video comments. Oh, there's somebody. Hi, Di. Hope that my comments are working tonight. Let me just check my sound. I like that. Yep, I can hear that. I like that. Did you hear that? So if you don't want to see what's in this box, I suggest you turn off now because this is what I won't be doing this every month. I get my new box. It will be opened when I do it with the group that are subscribed with. So this is a special occasion to get excited about it. And yeah, I understand too that people might want to see, well, what do we actually get in there? You know, what's it going to be like? So I believe sometimes it's cards and sometimes it's something else occasionally. Yeah, not really sure. All right, you crafting tonight, Di? Hopefully the comments will scroll automatically. I might pull it up on my phone actually so I can see. Last week I couldn't see any comments until I refreshed the page every time, which was a little bit annoying. So I'll just go in here and see if I can see where are we? Just got to find my thing on my phone. And turn the volume down on there too. Okay, Fiona. Let me have a look. Okay, so I can see your comments on my phone, and they're not refreshing on my screen. Okay, that's good. At least I can see them. So I'll pop them over here where I can see them. Here we go. And Diana said she can hear me loud and clear, and maybe some colouring in. Cool. It's always fun to colour in. I like colouring it. Okay, who's ready? You ready? I have opened this before. Look, I ripped it open accidentally ripped it. So we get the Peaceful Pine. This is one of the new in colours. So we get one of those, a green spot, and we get some stamps. So the stamps here. Thanks. Happy birthday. I really like those so far. Little thing of grass or weed or something, little shapes. Oh, that looks like little hearts. Is that hearts? Oh, no, maybe it's a shape. No, it's a little twisty rope shape, not. And then we've got that. We've got Dad and Son. We've got You Are an Inspiration. You Are a Lifesaver. Does that one say? Older, wiser, better. And Happy Father's Day. So that will be a great little one. Doing some guys' cards. And just grab this. So they come in, this is the same size box as you get your normal kits in. And they look a bit like a kit, but we'll see what's inside. So these have been available for quite a while over in other lands, but not here. And we've been asking for them, and they finally got them. So that's exciting. So this is called the Lakeside. Hello, Amanda. I've got my comments on my phone. It's not refreshing on the computer screen. Glad I got the heads up about that last week. Someone mentioned it somewhere in the Tech Talk group. So I'm just opening the kit. So if you don't want to see the kit, shut your eyes. Watch a video with your eyes shut. No. So we've got some little blingy bits. So I'm not going to be too long. I'm going to try and be quicker tonight. I know I say that sometimes and I'm not, but I'm going to try. Might just do one card. So you get Stampin' Dimensionals. So they're your adhesives. So this is similar to other kits we get as well. The kits collection kits. We've got some little pebbles. I love these because they had pebbles in something else a while ago. We've got some cards with, oh, it looks like, it's almost like a sky in it, look. Can you see the cloudy look on it? Put it there. There's a few of those. Oh, and the envelopes are like that too, look. Pretty. Oh, we'll just put those there. One, number two. What else have we got? We've got some cards. And so when I do the group, a Zoom group, and we'll have a Facebook group as well for people that subscribe for Paper Pumpkin with me. And that's my team or customers. If my team is subscribing, they'll subscribe under their own demonstratorship. So if you join my team and you want to subscribe to this, then you'll still be welcome to come to my Zoom as well. Or you can start your own with your own friends. I lost train of my thought then. No, that's what I was thinking. I will be doing some other things in that Zoom too, so to show you how to step things up a bit as well. So tonight I'm just going to make one as per the instructions, but you can step things up if you want to later as well. So that's a nice little card. That's a beautiful little scene. And we've got some with the wood grain look. There we go. So we've got how many of each of those? 1, 2, oh, I got 3. Can't count. They're all sticking together. No, they're quite thick, actually. 1, 2, 3. 3 of those. What else have we got? We must have 3. Oh, there must be 3 of each. Okay. 1, 2, 3. Right, so we've got little pop-out pieces. So these just pop out like that. I might leave them in there till I stamp on them. Got some other little pop-out pieces. They're already cut out. You don't need a lot with these. You'll probably need a pair of scissors to go with it in case you need to cut anything. And the adhesive's already here in the packet. This is your double-sided tape. We've got 3 of those cards. So we've got 3 different designs. We've got some more cut-out pieces. That's 2 of those. They're just cut out, they're not stickers, they're just cut out pieces, die cut pieces. There we go. And those, put them there. I've got a piece of board to work on. So if you're out and about and you're not at a desk like I am, you can use the little board. I mean, you can use it anywhere, but the idea is that you can use this little board as your base, so you can stamp on your things on here and use it as your little test panel. And it's just a little worksheet. So I keep them so that when I do classes out and about, I've got some spares. And we've got our instructions. So very similar to the kits. We've got the pictures on the front, like that, so you can see what we're making. We've got little birds there. I love little bird stamps. Anyone else love little bird stamps? I love them. I think they're really cool. So we've got a happy birthday there. We've got a thanks Dad and a happy Father's Day. And they've actually put 2 things on there, so that's cool. So with instructions like this, you go to the back page. So that's on the same side as the picture. This one, go here. You go here and look at card number 1 and what you need, card number 2 and card number 3. So I think we'll do card number, which one's got the bike in it? Let's do that. Happy birthday. That's the blue one. All right, so we'll just look at this one here and we'll say, what do we need? What do we need? We'll sing it if you like. I went to church on Sunday and I was singing it. It's good fun. Right, we need a bike. What else do we need off that? Anything else? We need this picture. Just pull it out like this. Oh, hi, Gloria. Welcome. I just popped up. I do that. We're making some cards. You might have missed the beginning. So this is a kit that you can subscribe to with Stampin Up. There's my information. So if you want to know more about it, I'm going to pop the link into the comments later when I'm finished. But it comes in this lovely red box. You get, if you want to subscribe to it, you get one every month, or you can skip a month. You just get whichever ones you want. But it's like you pay for the subscription on the website, and then it ships straight to you, and it includes postage. So it's cool. I'm going to have a group, a Facebook group and everything, to have people join me making them. I'm just doing a sneak peek tonight because I got one recently at On Stage, and this one's coming in the mail. So the subscription date, cut-off date, is the 10th is the last day you can subscribe, 1st to the 10th of April. And then each month, if you subscribe after that, then you'll be getting the one for the next month. So we're making this card here. I'm just pulling out all the pieces. There's the piece for that. And I need the base card. There's my base card. We need one of those. So that's in here. I'll pull it out. Wasn't sure whether to leave it in and stamp it there, but I'll pull it out so we've got it in front of us. Get these out of the way. What else do I need? I do need a piece of that. Hang on. We need this piece. This one. Here we go. And we need one of those. That's a little green one here. Just pull it out like that. And what else have we got? Stamps. We need some tape. So that little symbol there is telling you need tape. That's the tape, double-sided tape. And this one is showing us we need dimensionals. This one here. That's dimensionals. And we're going to need these 3 stamps, 4 stamps. And so when you get the paper pumpkin for the first time, you'll get a stamping block, which is not this one, but similar, an actual block to use with your stamps. But after that, you won't get a block again. They only do the one. In other kits for Kids Collection, you do, if it's got stamps and ink in it, you get a block as well. So you can gather your blocks. I keep them so that when I do classes, I've got them just to use in the class. You'll need your pebbles. So we've got pebbles, and we'll get our stamps out. Okay, so I'll get all of this off the desk So we can, and if you want to stamp on your envelope, you can always do that too. So once you've got all your pieces out, then you turn to the other side, and I'm going to be doing number 2. We go here, and we can see our pictures. I'll move myself over there. We'll put that there. Let's see how we can see everything. Can we see everything? Yes. And we'll put all our pieces, and I'll show you which way we go. Yeah, so I'm hoping to have a Zoom once a month to do these as we gather people together. So what have we got here? We're going to put our stamps. We're going to do our stamping first according to this. So we'll just put those over there for a minute. We're going to need that. Our adhesives, put my bike there. Right, so because it's a brand new stamp set, keep your little sheet of plastic so you can put it back on, because it stops it sticking to things, because they are a bit sticky. And you'll need to have your chamois handy, or a wet washer, wet wipe, something like that to clean your stamps. Oh, this one's not too wet. Hang on a minute. I've got another one. Let's keep 2 here. That's a bit better. I haven't done much stamping. And I always just give them a wipe over on my chamois to get any residue off them. Keep that off to the side. And I want happy birthday. So just peel them off like that. Be careful with them, because they do rip if you pull them, rip them apart. They will rip. So you can, I put it down first. Put it onto the mat first, and then pop your block on top of it, and that will pick it up. So they've got 4 different blocks there, but you'll only get 1 block in the kit. So I've got blocks all over the table, so I'll just use a few. What have we got there? Older, wiser. That one, older, wiser. So the idea of dropping that down like that is to let it rest a little bit. I've got a little one here. The good thing about these stamps, oh no, I should keep that a secret. No, it's not a secret. The good thing about these stamps is you can bend them a little bit if you want to shape them a little bit. But we can do that in our, the other session when we step it up a bit. I'll use this one on this one. So I've got my little, now there's one more. What's the other one? The birds. Which one will I use for the birds? I'll just use my long one for today. Right, I've got all my stamps set up. Put my stamps up there. You can't see my stamps, they're at the edge of my table. Okay, so then it shows you, you're going to stamp that onto there. So let's open our little thing. It does have a little dotted line across here that you can break if you're careful. Sometimes I run scissors across it, and I might do that. I just run it across where the join is. See how, if you cut it along right where that join is, it should just come off. There is a perforation on it, but it's sometimes a bit hard to get them off. If you get the other side a bit more, just be careful you don't cut yourself. Patience. There we go. There it is. Now this one does look a bit wet, so just be careful if they're that wet. Sometimes you just can't tell sometimes. I tend to leave my lid on there, this thing, so that I can just put it straight back on. Right, we'll give that a test run. Actually, we'll just use that cardboard. Use our cardboard because I like to test it before I stamp it onto my piece. We want happy birthday. I'll just hold that down, the lid, and I'm just going to tap, 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 tap. Now it is quite wet. It's still stamped okay though. So you can stamp off twice. Look, I got 2 out of that really well. It is quite wet. It could be because the ink's come to the top of it, sitting there in the box. I'm just going to use my trusty old little card and push some of that ink down a little bit. And if you find it's too wet, it's a good idea to blot some of it off. But be very careful. It is, you will get colour everywhere. You can use a bit of paper towel to blot a bit of it away if it's too wet. Just trying to push it into the pad a bit. And if you ever get them and they've actually, occasionally I've had some leak around the sides of it, just, wipe it all off with a tissue. Open the tissue. Clean that off. See, I've got a fair bit of ink on there. I'm just going to wipe that off. And then clean it on the chamois. Keep that handy. All right, that looks a little bit better. Just get some ink off there. Let's try that again. So I'm just going to go tap, tap, tap. And of course the other way you can do it is to hold the stamp upside down and tap with the pad. I haven't put as much on there that time. Looks quite a lot there, but when I look on that side, it doesn't look as much. Now, I think I like the thinner look. I think it's because there's more ink, so I'm going to do that again. I'm going to stamp off first here because I've got so much ink on it, and then it goes that way. Flip it down. Yep, that worked better. Just be mindful of that when you get them. It's our happy birthday. And the next one, so we'll just do our little stampy pieces. The next one says to do this one. I'm getting warm. It was cold before. My place gets cold because we're on the 3rd floor of a concrete building. Let's just turn it over and try it the other way for a minute. I'll show you that way. Is that straight? I'm trying to think if it's straight. Look at it. I feel like the stamp's not sitting straight. That's better. All right, so you can just tap gently on the top. So you have a little bit more control, I think, this way over how much ink you're getting. Older, why is that better? Oh, I think I've got too much on there. Ah. That'll do. We'll just do it. Let's do it. Oh, that went all right. Oh, that was good. That turned out quite well. Okay, and then we've got the little birdies. There's my birdies. There's my birds. So they're going to go on this piece up here, like that. So when you're storing your ink, I'd say this was in the box upside down like this, because that's why all the ink's at the top. So store it sitting up like this so the ink goes down to the bottom a bit more. And then if it gets too dry, tip it over. I generally store them like this so that the ink's at the top of the pad, but if it's too wet, it's not good. Oops, we'll just do a few of those to get the ink off there. Too much ink on it. A lot of birds on my sheet. Oh. So let's tap a little bit. I went to the Easter show last week and I saw some of the cards there. People put they actually have cards in there. Now their birds are on an angle like that, I think. I'm just looking at the picture and copying what they've got. There's my birds. And then we've got got our little birdies. Oh, that one did go a bit thick, but never mind. Next time I'll stamp off first. We got the little bushy bit. Okay. It looks like we got two of yeah, there's two of them. See, they've got two arrows, one here and one there. So we're going to put one over here and one over here. I'm going to stamp this off first and see what it looks like. Actually, that one's not so bad. Oh, no, I think I like the second one. All right, we'll do that again. We'll go one there. Oh, sticks to the card. One there. And one, where's that one? There. There we go. Okay. So that's all my stamping, so we can move that away. Right, we've done all those, and now we get to this piece. We've got, this is our card. I'll fold that. And put that there. Now, we want to put all these little gluey bits on everything. So they're showing us that the blue card, this one, is there. So we've got to turn that over and put our dots on. Now, I always try and put the dots in the right spot in the kits, like where they've put them in the picture, because sometimes they sit over something else. And we may find that somewhere with some of this stuff down here. We've got that all on there. And then we want to do the little push bike. Isn't that cute? It reminds me of my bike when I was a kid, except it was purple. Anyone have a bike when they were a kid? What colour was it? I've got one out in the garage. It's a pinky colour now, purpley pinky colour. I don't ride. I don't ride anymore. Right, there's our bike. And we've got to put some on the back of this one. See how they got that in the middle there? Oh no, they might just be placing that. Occasionally they'll have things that overlap things. So it's good to know. Good. And I love the way they put the sticky bits right where you need them. So especially if you've never crafted before. It's really good to know. You don't have to think about that part of it. Just copy the picture. Ah, Diana had a red bike. Anyone else? Right, so we've done all the dimensional pieces. And now we're going to do, oh no, hang on a minute. So, oh no, that one's got tape. So this here is showing us that we need this tear tape. And you just peel that off like this, so it's double-sided. And I'm going to put it on the back of here. Over there. You need a piece about, you don't have to use scissors, you can just tear it. That's why they call it tear and tape. Put that on the back of there. And then you can just put it straight down like that. And just use your finger. pull it up. This one needs a piece. Just push it on and then tear it up. Is that all it needs tape? I think so. Got our bits. Okay. So this says to put the blue onto the base card. Where's my base card? I lost my base card. Here it is. Here it is. I found it. Right. I'll just move those bits there. Okay, so we're going to put a base card. And then we've got to put this blue piece on. You can just peel these off with your fingers like that. Or if you've got one of these, you can just go like this. Whoop. Whoop. No, you sort of stop after 2 or 3. But I find it quite quick and easy to use that. That's my take your pick tool. I love it. Love this thing. Okay, so then you just keep your fingers under it so it doesn't stick straight away. I've got my fingers under here, so I'm not letting any of the glue touch the card yet because we want to line it up with the top and the bottom and sort of center it on the card. So I'm looking at the bottom of the card. I can't point to it because I've got my fingers taken up at the moment, but I can see that that's lined up. And then I'll just push that down. I might be a tiny tad off, but it's okay. It's a handmade card, remember? That gives it a little bit of depth. And then we've got our little, these bits to go on. So they just peel off. Put our card on there. So that's about, so just keep in mind you're going to have this piece on there as well. I think that is underneath the picture. Yep. Let me look. I'm trying to work out if it's over the picture. Let me have a look. Hang on, before we stick it down, have a good look at the picture. So this little plant's got a bit of a gap under it. So there's room for this. So this is lined up on there. Okay. Right. So that is going to, well, I've put my picture too low, so we'll just stick it on. Stick it on about there. If you look at the blue lines on the side, you've got 1, 2, 3. So 1, 2, 3. Come down about 3. And that way, sort of line up one side so you can see where the line is, and then put it down. You could stick these on here first before you stick it on. But just sort of go this way. And we stick this one on. I think their one is over the bottom of the picture a little bit. I'll go over just a tiny bit to touch the bottom of my plant there. There we go. It's lovely. Okay, and then you've got these 3 things to put on. And your bling. We'll put the bike on first. Oh, actually, I might put the happy birthday on first. I want to place it so that it's sitting in the right spot, don't I? Let's just put these things here. Put that there before we take the stickies off. I'm just placing it so I can see where it sits. It's going to be there. Oh, isn't that pretty? Pretty. I don't know if pretty's the word. It's a lovely scene. Get these off. Oh, that one's off already. Kilt the bike. All right, I'm just sitting these here so I can see where to put my bike. I think I'll put it there. I'll just chuck all these on the desk. I can get rid of them later. So if you haven't done card making before, or even if you have, it's a good way to get together and craft together and gather a few things without having to gather too much, because you end up with the stamp set and the ink spot. So it's a good way to start off too if you haven't done it before, because you can gradually add your little pieces. So with these sets, like I'll bring out that other sheet of paper in a minute when I'm finished. Oops, don't drop it in the wrong spot. Because they coordinate together a bit with that other extra piece you can buy, the dies. So to use the dies, you do need a Stampin' Emboss machine. I'm pretty sure I think it fits through this one. This is the little one. I don't actually have it yet, so I can't say for sure. But it's got like this shape that you can use as a frame around things. But I'll have it this week, so I'll let you know which dies. But you don't have to buy that. That's just an added piece if you like to step things up and change things a bit. So then we've got our bling to add, and the bling they've got is, where have they stuck their bling? Let's go to the front of the packet to find their cards and see where their bling is. You can almost see the seagulls. Almost. I can't see the bling on there. Oh, here it is. Here it is. I couldn't see the bling. Here it is. It's spot the bling. I should have got someone else to spot the bling for me. It's all just blending in. Here's the bling here. Under there. Got something on there. I've got to clean my Take Your Pick tool. Right, so we've got, there's two different shapes. So they've got one bigger round one and two longer ones. If you don't have a tool, you can peel them off very carefully like that. They are sticky though, so just be careful. I'm going to turn that upside down and put that one there. They look like rocks. Or you can use your tool. If you can get your tool under there, like that. Which way that one's going to go? I'll have to just come down a bit, I think. I've moved it. Not sure how they have that. Our rocks are going there. There we go. That's my rocks. So that's the little kit. And all the bits and pieces. There's those, there's those, there's those. That one, we've got a little ink spot. And you've got your little rocks. Put them all on my desk so you can see everything. And then you've got your little kit picture. And that's it for tonight. I'll leave it there. That's a lovely little card. And these base cards are quite thick enough. You don't really need to put more card inside of them. But I will explore more with you if you're subscribing with me. So that's the details there, and I will put my link on. If you go to my FionaFernandez.stampinup.net website, you will find it. Let me just do that quickly so I can tell you what I can see on the screen. Where am I? Fiona Fernandez. I'll just have a look at the page. Make sure I'm telling you the right thing. Okay, so when you go there, let me look where it is. Something went wrong. That'd be right, wouldn't it? It says, sorry, something went wrong when I clicked on my specials page. Specials, right. Okay, specials page has last chance products, product of the month, and things that I do. I do have a paper share coming up, so make sure you check that out. I'll have to double check. I'll fix that in a minute to make sure I fix that page up. It's on my link tree though. So on Facebook and Instagram, I have a link tree in my bio, and you can find everything about me there. Let me just go in here and check where it is. If you're on my page, this page, click the Stampin' Up at the top. It comes up with a welcome. What's new? Let me see what's new. If you scroll through the what's new, yep, it shows up in there. So you just have to scroll down a little bit past my welcome. You can always go straight to the shop as well. But if you're on that Stampin' Up, FionaFernandez.stampinup.net webpage, scroll down, you'll see welcome, and then under welcome featured products, under that is what's new, and it goes through everything that's new. It's got 2 new kits available. It's got paper pumpkin, which is this, and you just click on that picture and it'll take you through to the subscription page and all about it. There's a virtual album retreat coming up on the 30th of April to the 2nd of May, so you can buy that if you wish to. There's product of the month, so don't forget about that. If you're shopping and spend $125 or more in a single order, you can purchase product of the month for $9. I will talk more about that when I get my box later this week. And I'll do an unboxing because I've got one of those in there. So that's how to find it. Or you can click on shop now and that will take you to the shop. And it comes up similarly with Paper Pumpkin, Shopping with Fiona Fernandez, and that pops up on the screen. Okay, so this is what you get in the Lakeside Retreat, the one I showed you tonight. And as I said, I won't be normally doing this before I get them. It'll be, a Facebook group that I put together and a live Zoom with people that subscribe to my Paper Pumpkin. So I hope you enjoyed that. If you've got any questions, just give me a holler and I'll leave it there. Thank you so much for joining me tonight. And if you're on YouTube, this is available to subscribe with me in Australia. You need to be in Australia to subscribe with me. Otherwise, there are demonstrators all over the world. Okay, I'll catch you all next time. Ciao.